Hi everyone, this is a video on writing a really good film review for the Paper 2 writing exam. This is for every exam board. So you get 6 writing texts in the exam. For EduCast you have to do 2 of the text types. In other exam boards, just 1 of the exam types. And like I say, we're looking at a film review today. If you get a review in the exam, it will either be a film or TV or book review, or it might be like a TripAdvisor kind of review. So it might even be a good idea to think about what film or series you might do if you get the exam. So I'm looking at a film called Coda, which won the Oscar for Best Film in 2022. Coda stands for Child of Deaf Adult. So it's a story about a girl who, you can see her family here, all her family, her mum and dad and her brother are deaf, she is not deaf. So the question is, you've been asked to write a review entitled My Favourite Movie for the college magazine. So you should include the following: what the film was about, your favourite things about the film. So like I say, it says for a teenage magazine, it's for a college magazine. So that means you're writing for teenagers or people your own age. So you can be relatively informal. And what is a review then? Well, a review is a piece of writing which gives an opinion about a film, book, music, restaurant, holiday, hotel, anything really. So if you were going to write a review, what would you include? So I would include the name of the film, maybe a star rating, obviously your opinion, catchy heading and subheadings, good and bad parts about the film. If you're doing a favourite movie, maybe the bad parts you wouldn't do. Plot, bit of info, and ambitious vocab. You can talk about the plot, but don't give away the end. However, nowadays, it's a modern trend. You can probably talk about the ending of the film, but you have to make sure you put spoiler alert in it. Okay, so here is some ambitious vocab. So maybe think to yourself, which would you use? So what you could do is you could think about a film review that you're actually going to do, which film or series you'd pick. You could watch the trailer on YouTube and see if you can come up with 5 really ambitious adjectives that you might use. And but maybe would help you. Like I said, if you get this question in the exam, it probably will be a film review. So you could actually do some revision before going into the exam. Again, so 1 minute or so, or take how long you like, pause the video. Think of your favourite movie or a movie you know really well. Don't do a film that you've only seen once 5 years ago. Pick a film that you really, really like, really, really know. You could do a series either if you wanted to. So always with this kind of question, when you've made your decision, then come up with 3 good things about the film. Okay. Another thing to do, because we sort of know this question, if you get a review, this might come up. Do a bit of research before the exam. So you don't have to spend hours on it, but spend 10 minutes. You can come up with like 3 or 4 facts about the film that you can actually put into your review in the exam. Remember, 1 point per paragraph. Do not put lots of points in one big chunk. So if I was doing 3 things about the film, do not shove in a big chunk like this, which some students do. You get marked down really, really heavily for not doing your paragraphs properly. So example plan for a review, you've got your intro and conclusion, and then slightly different to the other ones, you've got in paragraph 2 the plot of the film, and then 2 good things about the film. I've chosen, I'll show you in a minute what I've chosen, but yeah, 2 good things about the film. Intro and conclusion, 2 sentences. Your other one's 5 to 10. So here's a structure for the review. We've got a title, which can be the name of the film or something catchier. We've got a star rating. We've got an intro, a plot, 2 good things about the film, and then your conclusion. So should people go and see the film? If your one's about your favourite film, then you're obviously trying to persuade the reader to go and watch your film. Okay, so the ones I picked for this film are, it's an inspiring message about like awareness about the deaf sort of someone who's deaf in a non-deaf family, and then the music I'm going to talk about, that I love the music. Okay, so then my plan would be that plus inspiring. 1 paragraph about the message, 1 paragraph about the music. So recap then, what's a review? A review is a piece of writing that gives your opinion. How many paragraphs? 5. What should you not give away? The ending. If you want to, you put spoiler. Sentence starters, things like firstly, however, in addition. Exciting adjectives, we've got extraordinary, thrilling, demolishing. Also a little bit of extension if you're pushing your grades up. You can have a little catchy subheading for each of your main paragraphs as well. Okay, so if we look at the paragraph from the plot of the film. So yeah, 5 or 6 sentences just describe what the film was about. So my one is, Ruby is the only hearing member of a deaf family. At 17, she works mornings before school to help her parents keep their fishing business afloat. But in joining her high school's choir club, Ruby finds herself drawn to her passion for singing. Her music teacher hears something special and encourages Ruby to consider music school in a future beyond fishing, leaving her torn between obligation to the family and pursuit of her dream. So I really set up the film well there, and I've not given anything away. I probably wouldn't give away too much of your film. Okay, so if we look at the main paragraphs now, so the inspiring message and the music, I'll show you my one about the music. So I've got a nice clear topic sentence there with the yellow. So I put, thirdly, the soundtracks of the extraordinary film will stay with me forever. Are you ready to get emotional? I didn't think it was possible for music to interest, excite and entertain you all at once. You need to listen to the music when Ruby goes to her final audition. It will give you chills. The movie is a rich soundtrack full of popular and eclectic songs. Coda's music helps to create an atmosphere that conveys Ruby's coming-of-age journey as she tries to balance her musical ambitions with the needs of her deaf family. It's this sincere, wholesome atmosphere that has charmed viewers and critics. Leaving the cinema, I went straight onto Spotify and listened to the soundtrack. It's been downloaded 1 million times since the movie opened. You will love the music. So if we look into stylistic features, so you might have known this is a forest or forest. I do dress. These are the things you need to try to cram into your paragraph. So if we look at that paragraph again, so here's a statistic that you could use: 1 in every 10 people without disabling hearing loss. This is a real statistic, but you can make up statistics obviously in the exam. So if we look at that paragraph again, we've got some, in the yellow, we've got sentence starters with thirdly and leaving the cinema. We've got ambitious adjectives with extraordinary, eclectic, sincere. We've got lots of direct address, so you is used a few times. You and we gets the reader involved, feels like you're talking to them. We've got list of 3 with interest, excite and entertain. We've got short sentences with it will give you chills, you will love the music. And we've got a statistic where it's been downloaded 1 million times. So lots of dress in there. All that stuff there, I've crammed in as much as I can into the paragraph, and that will really impress the examiner. Again, with all writing tasks, you should be having shorter, medium and longer sentences. You shouldn't just have all of one of each. How do you start it? A lot of students struggle to get going. Once they do, they're fine, but struggle a little bit with how to set it out in the intro. So think about a catchy title. You can use dress. So I came up with my favourite movie, Coda, because that's what the exam question is, my favourite movie. And I've come up with Charding Coda, so a bit of alliteration. So either of those would be absolutely fine. If you're really struggling, just put the name of the film. And again, catchy subheadings. I haven't shown you this on the actual structure, but since then I think, how could I improve it? Well, let's do catchy subheadings. So you could just do subheadings, which could be plot, inspiring message, music, but let's see if we can improve. So instead of plot, I've put perfect plot. Instead of inspiring message, I've put awesome awareness. And instead of music, I've put magical music. So I tried to use alliteration or half alliteration in all of these. And again, that would really show the examiner that I'm trying to make my review lively. That's the word they use in the mark scheme, lively. So in other words, entertaining. Okay, so if we look at the intro then. Okay, so to write a great intro, write no more than 2 sentences. In your first sentence, summarise the question, copying out some of the exam question will help. And in your second sentence, give your clear opinion or argument or whatever you've decided to do. If someone's trying to push themselves, try and use dress in your intro, or you could use colon in your intro. Okay, so here's an example of an intro. I put Coda is my favourite teen movie. In this review, I'm going to explain why you should watch this amazing movie today. So in my blue, I've got what the question is, my favourite movie. I've used that quote. It's always good to show the examiner you know what text type you're doing. So I've used the word review to show I'm doing a review. And then I've used an exciting adjective with the word amazing. If we look at another one, my favourite movie, Coda. So that's the title that I looked at earlier. I put, I am delighted to write a review on my favourite movie. I'm going to explain why Coda is the best movie of all time. So again, I've got my title. Then I'm reminding the examiner I know it's a review. I've got my favourite movie, which is from the question in blue. And in my second sentence, I've said my clear opinion that I'm going to do this film. Again, if I want to push myself, I could do the same sentence, but I'm going to put in my second sentence, let me get straight to the point, colon, Coda is a must-see movie for all ages. I'm showing the examiner straight away that I can use exciting adjective, exciting spag and punctuation. Same again, but then I've added at the end, you need to see Coda today, so almost direct address to the reader, getting them involved straight away. Or Coda is a mind-blowing movie, exciting adjectives. So topic sentence is something that some students struggle with. So remember, the topic sentence is your first sentence of your main paragraphs. And it's basically saying what the rest of the paragraph is going to be about. So in your central paragraphs, make sure to have a short, succinct topic sentence. You shouldn't really use topic sentences that go on for 2 or 3 lines and using connected like because. Make it really nice and clear. So let's skip that. Yeah, so remember my things are plot, inspiring, message and music. So for my plot one, I've put Coda. Firstly, Coda's plot is fantastic. Secondly, the message the film gives is inspiring. Thirdly, Coda has a killer soundtrack. So all less than a line, all really clear what the rest of the paragraph's going to be about. You can write longer and more convoluted sentences definitely in your paragraphs, but just for your first sentence, really nice and clear what the rest of the paragraph's going to be about. Okay, so to recap on reviews then, 300 to 400 words, 5 paragraphs, short, clear topic sentences, use dressed, use catchy titles and catchy subheadings, use ambitious adjectives, and check your run-on sentences and other common spell errors, mainly apostrophes and homophone. Okay, brilliant. Hope that's been some good use to you, and good luck in the exam.